iPhone.
One of them.
Hi, YouTube land.
We got to make sure everything has juice. I'm gonna lower the
The brightness
on this because it's so crazy because we use our devices for so many things. Like I was FaceTiming with my mom earlier, so I was on my iPad, and then as soon as I got off, I was like, "Oh my God, Mom, I gotta go." It's at like 20%, and we use it for the show at 7 o'clock. So I love you, but. And then I was hearing myself. Are you gonna mute us on?
Yes, because it's because we're on YouTube Live now, and YouTube decided to start
It was playing in the background on the laptop.
Yeah. Okay, the laptop's gonna take a while to come back.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome. Happy Sunday.
Happy
Hopefully you guys had
Sunday.
a great week this week.
I know it was a very. Well, it was a regular week. We weren't traveling, so it was like being home, right?
Yeah, it was weird because it feels like we hadn't done this in a long. Like we're actually home all week, plus the weekend at home, and not going to see any friends or nothing.
Yeah, we took a whole weekend from home. It's like we just stayed home and relaxed and tried to catch up. I slept today. I took a nap.
And we were really good. We didn't drink.
We didn't drink.
We had no alcoholic beverages.
We created a new rule, everyone. Yep. We always talk about rules, right? So we actually created a new rule. We started to see a pattern where we were drinking at home every weekend. And we're like, why are we drinking at home? Like we're going to see my mom, his mom, we're going to see friends. Let's take those.
We don't need to do that at home right now.
So a new rule was born.
So a new rule was born for now. Like for the time being is no alcohol when we're in Toronto unless we come back from Sudbury and then there's leftovers and we want to finish the bottle so that there's none for the rest of the week. But we'd already drank some of it, so it's that negotiation.
To be completely honest, it doesn't come back that.
It doesn't come back that much, anyways. There might be one more drink left to get out the huge bottle for like this much in the freezer. No, yeah.
So first things first. Today's word of the week is guide. Mm-hmm. So
yes, and look at all the people talking about who's down. Like Carol O'Sullivan's down 1.7 this week.
Yeah, and then we have some. So if everybody in chat, on Facebook, on YouTube, in Zoom, just start talking about your successes that week. Celebrate non-skill victories. Anything that you did this week that was just great. Pedro's watching. Oh, cool.
Hi, Pedro. Hey, Pedro.
That's awesome.
We saw him today in a workshop.
Yeah, Ben's workshop. In Staten Island.
New Jersey, right? New York.
Yeah. It was so funny. I want to share that one story from yesterday before we go. So yesterday, there's a Middletown, New York, and a Middletown, New Jersey. So you go and connect, and you look for the location, and you try to find the code, right? So yesterday, I'm like, we're going to Middletown, New Jersey. So we log into this workshop, and
we think we're early.
We think we're early. We're like, why
8 minutes early. But
why are they talking about the topic? And then the coach sees us and she recognizes. She says, "Oh my God, the WB guys are here." We're like, "Okay, we're on time." Then 5 minutes later, she's like, "Hey, thanks everyone."
Meeting's adjourned.
And we're like, "Oh crap, we went to the wrong one. We went to New York instead of New Jersey." So we went to the
But it was really weird that she recognized us,
Yeah.
and we didn't know who we had never reached out to her, but she must have followed us on Connect or something.
Yeah.
So it was funny that she made a big deal of us all of a sudden popping into her workshop.
Yeah.
We felt terrible, but then she had us join her Facebook group, which was
we'll be going
awesome.
to visit at some point in the future. So
and then we went into the right group after that, so we were like, this is really weird.
So weigh-in updates. So I love seeing everybody's successes on. I've seen some
Gwen's down 3.
On Kim on YouTube says 1.5.
1.5. Jana's down 1 again, 2 weeks in a row. That's amazing, Jana.
Yeah, I just love seeing.
Allison's saying no. She's not on video because she's in bed in the UK right now. This is insane. We have someone from Australia.
Catherine, right?
I believe it is, from Australia in the Zoom room over here. And then we have a few people from the UK, because I know Sue Riley's in here as well, and Allison's in here. This is amazing to see how many people are joining us from all over the place.
So I saw on Zoom chat that Sue said that she's struggling, and also on Facebook, Melissa wrote out that she's struggling as well. And guys, a lot of us are. I think it's just the nature of the world right now. We're in a situation where we're still, and the thing is that we all felt maybe back a few months ago, oh, this is going to end. We're going to go back to normal. And I think a lot of us are realizing now that there's a new normal, and that things are going to be different going forward.
Yeah.
And all I can say to you guys,
it's going to take some time to adjust. It will. I don't think we need. I think again, it's have that whole concept that we've been talking about so much in the workshops that we've been going to, is that this journey is not learned in a day, right? So these new times aren't going to be learned in a day. We're going to have to
take time to learn.
Take some time to learn how to readjust on how to interact with people and how to talk to people and how to interact with yourself again, because you're learning who you are alone now, in a sense, or with that certain group of people that you've opened yourself up to.
And the thing is, too, guys, as you think about it, your journey is forever, like we always say. We talked about it last week. Our word was forever. So if you think about the mentality of forever, if you're struggling right now, I know it's hard. Take the best you can. Do the best you can every day. Do not get mad at yourself if you can't be the best. You know, this is not about being perfect. It's about doing the best you can. Doing the most positive choices you can throughout your day, your week. It's not about being perfect.
And I'm going to say this. You've been in some hard spots before.
Yeah.
You have been. Think about how you got yourself out of those moments. Yeah. What did you do? Where do you need to go to get that support that you need to make sure that you realize that what you're doing is for a reason? Yeah. You're doing it for yourself. And it is not easy sometimes.
And don't forget,
is that a little strong iced tea?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget what?
To re-examine your why.
Yes. So important.
And I think that's one of our words. Oh, no, it was already a word a few weeks ago.
It was a word a few weeks
don't
ago.
forget to re-examine your why, because when we have struggles, the one thing that we always go back to is asking those questions. Why am I doing this? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Where do I want to be in 10 years? Where do I want to be in 15 years? Do we want to be around for our niece and nephews to get married, have their own kids? Do I want to run the same way, go the same family path of my family history for other people in my family with diabetes and heart attacks? I think of these things every single time I have a struggle. And I'm not saying it always works. I'm not saying it's the solution to it doesn't always make me go back on track. But it's my one way to always remember that I'm trying to do the best I can every day.
And that's what you need to start looking at. For those of you who are struggling, start finding every little thing. We had the micro habit conversation. Find your micro successes right now. That's just as important.
Yeah.
Micro successes are just as important as creating a micro habit.
We talked about it in the workshops this week. If you get to the week and you said, oh my God, I had a horrible meal yesterday, but then you don't, most of us will harp on that one meal. We'll say, oh, I was terrible. I can't believe I did that. But you didn't talk about the 5 other meals you had the days before.
Start talking about all that other stuff that you're doing. Stop focusing on what you haven't done and stop focusing on what you are doing. And hopefully that will bring you back into that positive mentality of thinking, okay, I know I can do this. And not thinking of a week. Let's think one day at a time.
Yeah. And the thing is, guys, and I know people are going through a lot of stuff out there. Elections are happening. There's COVID
the world
happening.
Is...
There's wildfires happening. It's just the world is a place, and
it's a very interesting place to be right now. And I don't think any of us ever thought we would survive something.
I'll go back to a topic that WW did one of the first weeks of virtual workshops. Control.
Yes.
We can't control what's going on out there. We can help. I wear my mask. I do the best I can to be the best person I can do to support what's going on. But I can't change everyone out there. So I can't get anxious and sabotage myself for what's going on out there. I can't let that destroy my mental state, because then I'm just not going to be able to be a productive member of society trying to help others. So, and I'm not saying this always works, but I think these things. And sometimes when you have those conversations with yourself, it helps you get through these moments.
And those of you struggling, reach out to that support.
Post on our group. I'm telling you right now.
Talk to people. That's what you need to do when you are struggling the most. It doesn't matter. No one's going to judge you as to what you're doing as far as eating, overeating. No one's there to judge you on that, because we've all done it. We've all experienced it, and we all know what it feels like.
We did it last night again.
Yeah.
We actually have minuses, and I tracked everything. Yep. But I mean, minus is weekly minus. Not just that, you know what's not fair? I lost 2 pounds, so I lost a point, but it retroactively wiped out a point for every day of the week. I had 5 extra weekly points left last night, and then this when I put in my weight last night, it wiped them all out because I lost 2 pounds, so I lost a point every day of the week. So I retroactively lost points everywhere.
Why, hello there, Seba. We have a visitor.
So that's why I'm in the minuses. That's my reason I'm sticking to it.
I think there's the grilled cheese is one of the reasons he's in the minuses. It's not just it's not just that.
No. But like we said, we're human.
But we tracked everything. Yeah, we tracked everything, which is different than what we were doing when we were drinking even. At least we were tracking stuff. And that's the point of this, right? Tracking really helps because you see how much food you're actually putting inside of you sometimes. And then you sit there and you go, wow, I need to stop. This is ridiculous. Am I eating because I'm hungry, or am I eating just because I'm bored, or what am I doing, right?
Yeah. So one of the things we'll start first with good
Yeah.
segue is our weigh-ins this week.
Yes.
So I weighed in on 176.6. We aired the video on
This morning,
morning, and it actually went viral on US Connect. So if you're on US Connect and you like the video, thank you.
It was recorded yesterday, but it was
Yes.
such a busy day yesterday.
I was tired.
And we were tired, so
Yeah.
it ended up being aired today.
Yeah.
And I was down 1.1, so I weighed in at 181.2, and so I'm down 1.1. I'm overall 94.8 pounds and 5.2 away from lifetime and back to my goal.
I'm 6.6 from goal, so almost there. So weekly recap. We visited a lot of workshops this week. We actually did
Definitely.
some surprise daytime ones too. So we surprised a few people on their birthday. So Brenda,
Yes,
Brenda Sky.
Brenda Sky on her 50th birthday this week. It was a lot
Yeah.
of fun to surprise her. She wasn't expecting us at all. So, and Brenda's like a very cool coach too. We love you guys, everybody. We love the coaches. We love you guys who follow us and come to the workshops with us. It's so cool to jump into a workshop and say, "Oh, I'm here to see Jean-Luc and Nick." We're like, crazy.
we get like red like what's it called? The blush. We blush every time.
We blush every time. We're like, this is crazy, and it means the world, and it's such a cool feeling to have this like walking into a workshop and knowing I'm gonna see some familiar faces. It just feels so good.
We got
Hi,
saved by
Miki.
visiting.
Hi.
We just wanted to get across.
So we did workshops on Monday. We visited San Ramon, California, and West Caldwell, New Jersey.
Tuesday we were in Brussels, Quebec.
Yeah.
Wednesday we were in Lafayette, Indiana, Monroe, Michigan, and Thornhill, Ontario.
And then on Thursday we were in Durham, North Carolina, Brookfield, Wisconsin, Danvers, Massachusetts, and St. John's, Newfoundland.
And then we were also on Friday in Greenwood, Indiana, Carmel, New York, Canton, Michigan, Calgary, Northeast, Alberta, San Ramon, California, Walnut Creek, California with Susan.
It was her birthday, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
It
it was
was.
her birthday.
Yeah.
So yeah. And then on Saturday, Erie, Pennsylvania, Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I don't know.
Lottie,
New Jersey, Middletown, New Jersey, Corona, California, Coquitlam, BC.
And then
Coquitlam, sorry, I said that.
Today we were in Denville, New Jersey, and Staten Island, Richmond, New York.
And
we did a lot of workshops this week. I think we're at 280 something. We're at 280
now.
workshops we've done. And I think now from going forward, we will actually give you guys a running total. I think it's going to be a new thing. We're going to start telling you guys now we're at number. So every week we're going to tell you how much more we're at because we're keeping track of every workshop we visited. We keep track in a list. So.
Guys, it's amazing to be part of these workshops and get to meet so many people and see how this program, yes, I know Kitty is all over me right now, this is hilarious. See how this program has changed so many people's lives. It's insane. It's absolutely mind-blowing.
And the one thing we want to share, like through all this, like the reason we travel and the reason we do all this is to inspire you to share your story.
We do.
It's really like we want to show you guys that the power of sharing your story. We almost never did. And none of you would be in this room right now watching us if we had never shared our story the first time. And look how many lives we've affected. And I know we're different. We share very publicly. But you sharing your story to your friend and your families might change their life.
And I've been saying this a lot too in these workshops is we talk about needing to educate people and talking about what we do and making sure people understand. I think a lot of people don't understand what WW is, to be honest with you. They all assume it's a diet. They think that we're on this diet. They don't realize how much things we talk about that is related to just everyday life.
Yeah.
The food aspect of this program is just a small speck of everything else you learn about yourself. Like, it's insane how much things I've learned about myself and how much I've grown as a person for going to like this.
Yes, it does have donuts.
It does have donuts and
floaties.
stuff.
Yes, it does.
But they're all floaties from our pool. It
Yeah.
reminded me of the pool. I'm sorry to tempt you all with like food on my t-shirt, but it's insane what this program has done for people. And I mean, I know a lot of you are struggling right now, but think of where you would be right now if you weren't on program or weren't in this community.
That's what we
And
always,
that's exactly what we say. Think of what this community does. You keep coming back for a reason, so you know that we're here for you.
And a lot of people always ask us, like, one of the questions we get asked, especially myself with not ever making it the goal yet, because I've been trying for such a long time. People ask, do you get discouraged? Like, is it something that you haven't gotten there? Is it something you just want? And like, no. I always tell everyone my goal is the grave. That's my goal. My goal is the grave. So I want to be as good as I can all the way there. And so my goal weight at WW is not going to be the end of this. I'm going to keep going forever. So to me, actually getting the goal at WW is, I want to save the money. I won't lie.
Well, I think
am
everybody
human.
does, yeah.
But I'm not gonna get mad at myself for not getting there on a certain time or a certain time frame
That's exactly it.
because I want to save this money.
I mean, I sit there and I look at myself being, I was already lifetime. I was not paying. I had already stopped paying for months.
I know. I was saving money. Now I have to pay him.
And now he has to pay for me. I like how, hey, I work too, I pay for my own bills. But the thing is why am I going to let that destroy me because I'm having to pay for this membership that allows me to meet all these amazing people, that allows me to feel like I'm in control. And guess what? They are offering me a service, so of course I'm going to pay for it, right?
And we love, like I said, we always say, we will preach it to the nines, WW changed our lives.
Yep.
And that's why we talk about it, that's why we share our journey, and that's why we try to encourage all of you to do the best you can, because if you do the best you can, you do get good results in the end. And I think that's the thing. That's the
exactly
key. It's the key to success. Trying your best.
Yeah, it's trying your best and being consistent
and being the most positive person you can be towards yourself.
Exactly.
Loving yourself.
And it's so funny because our word this week is guide, and it's funny. You guys want to know why we picked this word actually?
Yeah.
Because we're gonna be honest. We did our work meetings, like our wellness
So Jean-Luc and
warrior.
I work for a big company. Let's just like we don't say where we work.
We don't
because
talk about where we work. People know, so it's
some
not
people
like
know
it's
it's not secret, but people know. We work for a very big company, and so when during the pandemic, we've been working from home. A lot of us have been working from home from our company, and so they asked us to do wellness sessions. The WW Gays are presenting at the company we work at.
The Wellness Gays.
Yes, we call ourselves the Wellness
Warrior
Warriors.
Gays, because that's what we actually are. WW means Wellness Warrior for us.
Yeah.
And so we needed to talk about WW program without using the point system.
We couldn't say 0 points.
We couldn't say 0 points because people would not have understood that, right? Like we couldn't explain WW, and then we didn't want to bring it to WW.
So Jean-Luc and I decided to do some studying. We actually started looking at...
Well, we knew it when the Canadian Food Guide came out in 2018, was it?
I think, yeah.
They revamped our Canadian Food Guide. We were astonished at how similar, because we had never really did the full looking into it, but at that point we saw the similarity. So I decided to go back and look at the food guide, and WW had it on the nose as far as what the food guide decided to follow. They are very much hand in hand, almost.
So what's funny is that when you look at, if you ever look it up, so for those of you in the States, you can look it up, just look at Canada Food Guide if you guys want to see what it says on our food guide. So basically the way they present it is that they take your plate and they split it into basically 3 zones. You split your plate in half, and the right side of your plate you want to be 50% vegetables. That's usually what they try, are plant-based items. Then the quarter of the plate up here is proteins.
Yep.
So chicken, eggs, and the other quarter of the plate here is your carbs, which is exactly what the kind of portions that WW present to you. They say they encourage us to have those kinds of plates. Another thing that they talk about too is the kinds of foods that we eat. A lot of the foods they list on their foods are all 0-point food list items on WW, which is very funny to see the matching between the foods they recommend and the same 0-point foods that WW talks about as well.
Exactly.
So it was so funny when we were doing a presentation at work. We had to find a way. We were just like, just look at the food guide. Concentrate on eating these foods because they're healthy for you. They're high in fiber, high in protein. Have a lot of vitamins. They're all healthy for you. They're healthier grains. And so it was funny to see the marrying between the two systems being so similar.
And even talked about like how frozen foods and frozen vegetables, make sure you're picking stuff that doesn't have the added sugars and things like that. So it's very, very interesting that WW has done research. They've done this, and they've actually established that their program is a healthy program years ago, long time ago. And and what I love about that, it's really showed you that they've evolved with the times, and that means a lot of other programs are evolving
and a lot of
as well.
people, and I will call this out, because a lot of people get nervous when the program changes. So when WW adds a new, like when Freestyle started, a lot of people were nervous. When the My WW came out last year, when they introduced the 3 programs, a lot of people got nervous. And the thing is, what you think about it, guys, scientists and explorers back in the day used to think that, and some people still believe this, but the Earth was flat. And so if no one kept studying, and no one would find out the Earth was round, we'd still believe today the Earth was flat, even though we know it's not. So if you think about it, the same thing with when you're studying medicine or studying bodies, we're still learning. They're still doing studies and trying to figure out what works. So there has to be advancements in programs. If something doesn't change,
that's the world. Everything advances.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we put our hands in these doctors and lawyers and people that went to school to learn something, right?
Mm-hmm.
We put our full hands in them, and they're just learning along the way as well. So things evolve, things change, our bodies change.
As we learn stuff.
As we learn things, we get.
And what's funny is that that's also the same thing that applies to your journey.
Yeah.
So, what we just talked about there about, you know, when you learn things, like for example, the earth was flat and then you find out it's round, it's the same thing on your program, on your WW journey. You might have been doing something for months. It's happened to us, like, oh, cheese string is 1 point. And you keep eating it thinking it's 1 point, and you find out 3 months later, oh, it's actually 2. And I'm sure all of us have done that mistake. So you have to think about your program, you're being guided towards healthy eating. The Gary Foster's scientist behind WW, so you're being guided by, and that's one of the things we want to tie into. The fact that we're talking about the Canada Food Guide is also because the fact that WW is guiding us as well on program to eat healthier.
I think we need to really realize and understand what the word guide means. Like, when you're being guided somewhere, it's not being told what to do. They are leading you in a direction that is a good direction.
And that's key right there, because a lot of people think they come to WW
and
they'll hear, oh, you lost 7 pounds. What did you do?
Yes.
What did you do?
Yes.
And then you tell them I did this, and they try it. Oh, it doesn't work. And
that doesn't work for me.
And that's what we want to say about it. WW guides you and says these are all the tools. People, us, other members will say, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. We eat snacks. I never eat snacks. I always eat snacks. We're all doing different things. But we all had to take the guides from WW, all the different tools to find out what worked for us. So if you're doing your journey right now and you're thinking this isn't working for me, and you're thinking that it's because it doesn't work, it's because you need to explore.
And that's a huge reason why WW switched their mentality in saying we don't need to have just one program for all of our members. We need to have them follow the same program 3 different ways to let them choose what fits best with their lifestyle, and then they can guide themselves through their own journey.
So we've shared that we struggled on program for the first 6 years. Again, anybody in Zoom wants to chat, I see Debbie has her hand up, so we'll come to you shortly. But anybody else in Zoom wants to talk about the topic, please raise your hand. And the reason that we like talking about this topic, because we've had a lot of people ask us in the past, like, what did we do? And then they, and I don't want to say this in a mean way, but I say they assume that what we did will work for them. And what we're trying to say is sometimes what works for us will not work for you. You need to explore all the different facets of the program, the different things people are doing, the recipes, everything everybody else is doing. Try them out for yourself and find the ones that work for you.
I love this. Someone in YouTube said someone told them that WW was a cult. I was like, wow, interesting. I don't look at it that way. I don't think we're cultish.
We are cultish.
Well, I think we just like to get together. We
all love
corn.
Not cultish at all, right? For those who don't know, who are just new to watching us, we have a drinking game. Because we eat a lot of corn on the cob, whenever we say the word corn,
it means you need to take a drink of water.
So you guys should be drinking a few times now. Corn, corn, corn. Get your water in, right? But that's the thing, guys. Like, the reason we brought up this topic is because we wanted to make sure everyone understands that there's no cookie cutter in WW.
And we also feel like we're all guiding you. Okay?
Yes.
And we don't want anyone to ever feel like what we say is
the Bible. The Bible of WW.
Truth.
Yeah, the truth, the Holy Grail. Like, that's the solution.
We want, and I don't think any of you think that, but it's still making sure that we realize that, you know what? You're going to try something on one day and you're going to think it works, and maybe on your one part of your journey it works, and eventually that might not work anymore for you. So you might need to revamp things.
Yeah.
And it's okay, because guess what? Things get changed and modified all the time. We're living proof of that right now, that the world is changing, and we need to be open to change, and we need to be guided sometimes in the right direction.
Yeah. So I will unmute Debbie.
I keep forgetting that we're unmuting people on the iPad. So that's why I was like, why are you touching the iPad?
So it's actually not too bad.
No, it's not too bad. We'll survive.
Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. We'll go into speaker mode though, so we can see.
Saw you earlier today, of course.
Yay!
Yes. Which one were you at, Debbie? I don't remember exactly which one.
Oh, the one Erica's.
Okay. Yes.
She was filling in.
Yes.
Yes.
So that was.
It was supposed to be Christine originally, was it not?
It was supposed to be Christina. Yeah. Yes. It's funny because she messaged me last week saying, I'm not going to be there. I'm like, that's okay. We'll come back. Like, It's hard for me to cancel something after I release a schedule everywhere. How's it going, Debbie?
Well, they liked you. They liked you, and they enjoyed having
Yeah, it was
you
fun.
there.
It was a lot of fun. She was a great coach too.
Yes, I had my hand up actually earlier, Nick, when you were talking about the iced tea.
Okay.
I don't know if they still have it, but when I used to go to the States, they used to have a tin of it, almost like the size of the Lay's potato chips.
Oh,
in
we
the
used to
tin,
buy that one, but it was
And you get individual cups in the tin.
those were for
But I don't know.
those were for the actual pitchers, and so that's the only difference is you have to make those in a. We used to buy those all the time.
Yeah, we used to buy. I'm an iced tea.
He's an iced tea
addict.
fanatic.
I'm addicted to iced tea.
I wish I could make him like real tea and like soak tea, but he won't do it.
I won't lie. I've explained this before.
I like how Nicole's shaking her head, going, "Don't do it. It's not the same."
What's funny is that I'll explain to you guys what this addiction I have is. So as a kid, like I said, I would buy the big tubs of Nestea iced tea crystals, the big yellow lid tub. I would go through one of those a week. Yes, one per week, sometimes two. And what I liked about it is I used to put more crystals
Way
than
more
water
crystals than water.
because I liked the sugar feeling, gritty sugar feeling when I was drinking it. That was what I enjoyed, and so I had to stop drinking it. I stopped years ago. I was in university when I stopped drinking it because when I was over 300
Every time
pounds.
he says that, I think of Lickamaid, but I don't know about iced tea
Or the-
Lickamaid.
Oh, Lickamaid.
Yeah, you remember
And-
Lickamaid?
And so what this does for me though, this new version with Crystal Light, is that it gives me that same childhood nostalgia feeling of sugar crystals, but not in a full like I used to get as a
Because he
kid.
only puts one sachet.
One sachet, like what sachet?
Sachet.
Packet? Sachet?
Envelope.
Sachet away.
Sachet away. Shantae, you stay.
And again, thank you so much for sending me some, Debbie, because actually that was the only ones I got through that entire stint. For like 2 months, that was the only ones I got. So you gave, and when I realized that it's my coffee now. Like he gets coffee.
He keeps saying, "I'm gonna have my coffee now."
Well, if you ever can't find it again, just send me a message.
Okay.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, Debbie.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Okay.
And then I know Sandra D.
Hi, Sandra D.
I lost you.
Hi.
Hello, we're right here. How are you?
Okay, sorry.
No, you're okay.
I was getting corn. And
Oh,
down.
corn.
So I switched from blue to purple because I was getting near my 100-pound mark, and then the whole Slutty Brownie incident happened, and then I went backwards, and I've just been stuck between 90 and 95 and pound weight loss. And I said, okay, this isn't working. Blue's not working. Let's experiment. I didn't want to go with green, so I looked at purple and I said, wait a second, purple's just like blue. It's just you get like pasta and stuff and quinoa and all that stuff. So
Yep.
I'm going to switch. So I switched. And I did it midway in the week and midway in the day, which you're not supposed to do.
No.
There's no WW police.
There's no police, but that's okay. Yeah.
But no, bring that on. I don't care. So I had like a chicken combo. I ate almost a whole pizza the Wednesday, and then Thursday, I ate bad. And then Friday and Saturday I was serious, and I still pulled off a 2.2 pound weight loss.
Sometimes
Yeah,
your body
there's-
needs a shock.
There's
I had a lasagna, and I didn't have 0 point meat and stuff, but I still enjoyed it, and I only lost 0.8. I was a little disappointed because I thought, oh, I stuck to it. I had my 0 point foods. I was gonna have like a big weight loss, and it was only 0.8. I
But
said only.
you can't use
Don't say
it.
that.
No only. You lost 0.8. No
I
only.
lost 0.8.
Exactly.
And everyone in my group was like, as soon as I switched, they switched too, and they were like, purple is fabulous. And now, just by me switching, other people are following, and now it's opened their eyes, and now they're like, and they feel wonderful, and they're like, I feel so full, like, it's just like, and I just like.
But that's the thing.
That's the thing, Sandra.
That's exactly
That's
it.
Because if you guys gain, you're gonna say, oh, it's because Sandra D changed, and we followed her, and now it's all her fault. I don't want that pressure.
But the thing is, Sandra D, it's never about who says to do something. That's what we're trying to say about the whole guiding thing at the beginning of this our whole discussion about this today is the fact that no one's an expert.
Yes.
None of us on this program are WW experts. No one is. I don't even guarantee you even coaches aren't experts because none of us know everything, how every single body works out
Exactly.
there. Every single body is built differently. My chemistry is different than his. And we explain this all the time in workshops. Everybody looks at us and we're two men, and I completely understand. Women, it's a lot harder for you guys to lose weight than men.
It's different.
It's different.
It's very
harder.
different.
It's harder.
Yeah.
I admit it. It's harder. But the thing is that even between the two of us, it's a very different weight loss. When we did it for the first 5 years of our journey, I would never lose weight if we didn't work out. If we didn't have activity be part of our journey, I would not lose weight. But he would drop crazy amounts of weight without any activity. Our bodies aren't the same, and we're two guys. So don't compare your body to the women sitting next to you or to your friend or your husband. All our bodies are made differently, so you can't.
The only person you can compare
is
yourself
yourself.
to is what you used
So
to be.
if you're,
or who
for
you
like
are
Sandra
now.
D right here, just an example, she switched to purple. She's noticing she switched and it's having a positive effect for her. If you're switching to purple because you want to try it out and you see there's a negative effect, that's because for you, it does not work for you, and so you need to maybe switch to something
And
else.
it might not work just at that moment
Moments.
in time. It might not be the time for you to switch that at that point in time in your journey.
And that's what we're trying to encourage everyone to believe. It's like, it's not that what we're doing is the holy grail of solutions. What we're saying is that you need to try things and you need to figure out what works for you because you're the one that's going to know what works for you. I don't like kale. You might be saying my diet is kale every day and it's doing wonders. It's making my skin glow and I have beautiful my skin glow and I don't know what kale does.
It's like skin grow.
No, glow. It's making your skin glow. And I'm like, you know, that might be great for you, but I don't like kale, so I'm not going to eat kale because it's helping you out. And that's the thing I'm trying to say. You need to find what works for you.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Sandra.
Thanks, Sandra D.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Okay, me and Stacy, I have a WWE coach on my group, and she was explaining to me that I got this Pampered Chef thing where you put like kale or vegetables or broccoli or potatoes, that's it, potatoes, you can make your own potato chips in the microwave. She says, well, when you dehydrate vegetables, it causes points. I don't get it. Call me stupid, I'm sorry, I don't get it. If I'm making potatoes in the oven, right? How can that create points?
Because it has to do with
the
changing
chemical
it.
reactions.
It also has to do with changing something from something you're eating as a side to something you're eating as a snack. Because if it's a potato chip that you're dehydrating, you're most likely to eat more than you would if it's just a side at your dinner plate.
Oh,
You know what I
That's
mean?
the thing.
Like if you're having mashed potatoes, you'll tend to have your bowl of mashed potatoes. You won't go back to have 6 bowls of mashed potatoes. But if you were making your own chips and slicing potatoes and put them in the oven, I can guarantee you can eat 6 bowls. I know I could. I know that's just the way I am. Snacks. And I think that's why it's the same with chickpeas, right?
Yes.
Like chickpeas, actual chickpeas, when you're making hummus and when you're actually eating them in the raw form, they're actually free, or zero.
0 points.
Not free, 0.
Right.
But when you actually roast them, they become
and eat
points.
them as a snack, they are points because at that point you can pop a crap load of those in your mouth without even realizing how many calories you're actually eating.
And like we say all the time, guys.
It's the same idea as smoothies, Stacey. Exactly.
Every
how
single-
much difference is it though? Like I'm just wondering because
But-
if I'm gonna make this,
but again-
I already spent a lot of money on that stupid system. How like I want
But
is it better for me to
Sandra,
make myself-
They're trying to teach you how to eat healthy, right?
Yes.
So a baked potato is healthier than having having chips and having stuff with oil. And so they're trying to gear you towards having healthier snacks. If you're having potatoes
I'm not using oil. I'm not using oil.
But-
I'm using
but-
fat.
So what we're trying to say though is you need to figure out what works for you. If
Yeah.
you know you're able to control how many of these homemade chips you're going to be making yourself, then go ahead and you have the control to say, I'm counting it as 0 points. That's the same concept as us
Us and ground-
and our
How
ground
much
turkey.
Points, but how much points would I? Like, what could I use the app? Will the app understand?
Yeah, just
Because I'm
switch.
touching the app and it looks at me and it says, "Don't understand what you're doing, girl." Like,
Yeah,
it
just
could
switch
be-
your program temporarily to the other color. Look for a potato, find the points, and then go back and then enter it as a quick ad for the potato. That's what we do. That's what we did.
But she's at 0 because she's on purple.
So switch your program to
Yeah.
blue to see what potatoes would be on blue, and then switch right back to purple, and then you'll be able to get the points when you're on blue to see what it would be.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay? So switch, so
And Rosie just said a potato is 4 points on blue.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thanks,
You're welcome.
Sandra D.
Hopefully, peace out. Hopefully that answered your question.
Okay, so we got Arlene
from
next.
Ottawa.
Thanks, Sandra D. Hi, Arlene.
Hello.
Hello, madame.
everybody.
How's it
How's
going?
everybody doing?
Doing great. Well, we are. I don't know everybody else is. They can't talk, so.
Hopefully everybody's good. Is everybody good in Zoom?
Thumbs up? Okay, I think you got some thumbs up, so I think we're doing good.
Good, excellent. So a couple of points, just following up what Sandra D said. So I shook things up back at the end of May when I was maintaining a 50-pound loss, and I switched from blue to green, and it was the only real difference for me is the fact that we have fish every second day. We have Atlantic salmon, no fail, we love it. But the difference in points on green between Atlantic salmon, and we alternate with boneless, skinless chicken breasts every other day on the barbecue, no fail, except for pizza day. The difference in points is huge. So on green, I think my chicken is between 3 and 5 points, but depending on the ounces that I have.
Yep.
But my fish can be from 7 to 10 points on green. So it's made it, the only difference for me switching from blue to green has been that basic thing, plus the fat-free yogurt as well. So it made a difference in how I approached my day when I was having the salmon versus when we were having chicken. So I just wanted to point that out. The other thing is, I get, they're called Little Bell mini potatoes. And I guess if you're on blue and green, they're actually 3 points for 6 little mini potatoes.
That's good.
So
That's
they're it's really quite good. I forget, it's called, I forget the name of it, but I get them at, you can get them at Costco, and you can also get them at Food Basic, I believe. So I wanted to point that out. The third thing I wanted to point out was the Canada Food Guide. If you notice, there is no category for dairy.
Nope.
So dairy, I think, is included under protein. Am I correct?
That is correct. Yep.
So I just wanted to point that out to everybody.
Great point there.
Yeah, and the thing is a few things that you said there, Arlene, about the fish, about the plans green, blue, and purple. We've actually done all 3 plans. Like, technically, we've done all 3, and we think sometimes green is very beneficial for people that are new. Like, we always tell, to be honest, if you're new on WW, I think one of the biggest eye-openers is doing green. Because when you do green, you see the points for everything.
Everything.
You get to see what steak is, what chicken, what fish are. So then when you get comfortable with it, you switch to blue. This is just my opinion. Now, again, I'm not saying this is the holy grail solution here, but I'm just saying, when you get comfortable with the program, you start switching to blue, you realize, like Arlene here, now when she goes back to it, she might be more mindful that, on green, I was having my fish and it was so much more points than my chicken breast.
Well, your fish was more points or less points again?
More.
Oh no, it was 7 to 10 points for fish
that's what I thought.
and 3 to 5 for chicken. But on blue, both of those are
0
points.
But now if you were to go back on blue, you'd remember the fact that on green your fish was more, so you've already realized that, oh, you know what, maybe I'll have some more vegetables when I'm having my fish, not potatoes. And that's the thing. And that's what sometimes switching the program does for you.
So isn't it funny that your points...
You just made a really good point there, Nick. We don't have potatoes on the days that we have salmon. We have it when we have chicken.
And that's the thing. But if you had never done the green, you would have never realized that, and you would have had both the same night. And that's what I'm trying to say with learning all the 3 plans. Like, we've done all 3, so we know that chicken is one of the lowest point proteins out there. Same
Chicken and turkey.
Same with like shrimp is really low as well.
Shrimp is
almost nothing. So there's certain
even
things. There's certain things that we know are much lower.
But that's exactly what the topic is tonight. Is our points guide us to make better choices. That's
Yeah.
exactly what it does. They guide us to make better choices. It's not making the better choice for us. We are making the better choices because we know what the points are added. Like, we know the points that are the values to each food.
Like, we've learned the same thing. So if we're looking, when we were on purple for a while, we realized on purple, no matter what, even though potatoes and pastas, the whole grain pastas are now 0 points, we realized that when we were on purple and popcorn, we were overeating them.
For no reason.
For no reason. We realized that because...
And for us, we knew that pastas and potatoes were a trigger food for us.
It's a
back
trigger
in the
food
day.
for us. And when we are on blue, we don't overeat yogurt. I have my yogurt, I measure my 1 cup and I'm done. I'm not an extra yogurt eater. Chicken breast, one's enough. I'm done. I'm okay with 1 chicken breast. I don't eat 6 chicken breasts. I can eat 6 bowls of popcorn. 7, 8, 9,
easily.
12. Like, I have no issues eating that. And that's the thing. We've learned from doing all 3 plans what exactly triggers us, what works for us and what doesn't. And we've come to kind of adjust to blue. Now, Arlene, now, you might not always stay on green. You might one day go back to blue.
No, I may go back to blue because shaking things up is also a way of shaking up your body if you're maintaining and you want to shake things up. By the way, Sue just posted in the chat, it's the Little Potato Company. For the
Awesome.
little
Thanks,
potatoes.
Sue.
Thanks, Sue. Awesome, thank you.
They're called Blushing Bell or something like that.
That's awesome.
Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to point that out.
Thank you, Arlene.
Thanks, Arlene.
And happy anniversary.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much.
And it's Charlotte's birthday today.
Ooh.
I know. I just saw everybody wishing her a happy birthday in the room just earlier, and I wanted to say happy birthday to Charlotte.
Rosie now. Rosie's next.
Rosie.
Rosie. How's it going? Not bad. It's been a bit of a stressful week for me, but that's back at work, and work has been insanely crazy busy. I am thankful for being able to do to having this because it helps me sort of control the controlling of what I eat when I eat. I'm a bit of a control freak. For me, the word of guide, I was sort of thinking not in the food sense, and I was thinking, talking about sharing how we feel and posting things, because I think you'd be surprised how many people are, I've had a lot in the last few days. It comes in waves. When you share, people come up and start talking to you. They say, I do videos both here on the Facebook page and sometimes on Connect as well. Mm-hmm. And that people often will say, you're sharing something, that's what I needed to hear right then and there. Mm-hmm. So you don't know and Nick has said this to me before, and I know he said it in this before, you don't know who you're speaking to, who you can help in any way, shape, or form.
Who you can guide, yeah, definitely.
Somebody reached out to me and said, you and I, it's very funny. He and I both on Connect always seem to be in sync with the issues that we're going through. So we both do these videos at the same time that sort of mirror each other. And so, you have other people reaching out. I've had a lot of people ask me questions about purple now because of that Sandra D posting that purple bread, that 0 point bread thing. Yeah. So now I've had like a gajillion people asking me about it. And I think sharing their information is good. You also have to remind people, which is a big thing, is I got a lot of people who are telling me I have to eat a certain way. I have to eat all my weeklies. I have to do all that. And you're like, you can't
Right there was exactly...
You do not know my body. And just because what works for you, eating all of your points, doesn't mean that works for me.
And
just like I'm eating exercise points.
We've seen that a lot. We've seen that a lot in other groups.
But I'm trying that because
I think what WW says is you should be trying to eat your points because you only get a certain amount.
But I think what she's trying to say,
but you still have to know what your body is.
But I think what she's trying to say is also point shaming,
yeah.
or shaming people on their journey, saying, "Oh, I can't believe you're doing that." Like I've seen people say, "I'm posting." For example, this week, someone asked about ground turkey at one point, even in our groups at one point in the last few days, and people started responding, and some people would say, "Oh, it had 0 points. This is what WW tells us." Yes, WW will tell you what their scientists figured out for their program, what it needs. But it doesn't mean that if we've taken the ground turkey and we've always counted 0 points for every single recipe we've ever done, it does not matter what the percentage of fat was, we've always treated 0 points, we've each still lost 100 pounds. What we're trying to say,
I
that
think-
worked for us. That worked for us. It might not work for you, but you could try it out and say, I'll try to see it treated as 0 points and see, does it work for me?
I think people, because we're also, not all of us, we are all somewhat obsessed about it because it's just what we're daily doing. It's even that much worse than COVID because we need to focus on something else.
Yeah.
But we are, by nature, if it's working for us, therefore it has to work for everyone else.
Yes.
There's
Yeah.
a bit of unsolicited advice.
Yeah.
That's what
Which
I
I'm
often
okay.
refer
I'm
to.
okay with the advice. I'm okay with someone saying, this is what I'm doing, and just
That's different.
that's different
But
than saying
the
you
way
should not be
say-
doing
it's the way you
this.
say it to somebody.
It's when you say you
And
should
to
not be
sit there
doing
and
this.
tell me, to sit there and tell me, like the number of people when I started running who all said, "Oh, you can't run. You have to take care of your knees." I've been reading about how to take care of my knees. All sorts of people run. Why is it that my knees are the ones that are going to be the running?
Right.
I appreciate it coming from a good place,
Yeah.
but it's just like, anyway, that's all.
And someone said in the chat, as
Antonetta says, you do you.
And I think
Yeah,
that's what
absolutely, I agree.
this is what the whole point of this conversation was today about the whole guide topic. And Ellen, we'll go to you next, and then I'll be the last chat. But I just want to bring this one point up, guys. That's what we're talking about. Like when you're looking at your journey, yes, you're gonna find things that work for you. You're gonna find other suggestions. There's no cookie cutter way to do this journey, is what we're trying to tell you. It's all based on how you are as a person.
And I think we need to stop looking for shortcuts.
That's
There's
the
no
thing.
shortcut
There's no
to this
No, there
journey.
isn't.
There
It takes
isn't.
time.
It does.
It
And-
takes time
and
to
be
discover
patient
who you
with
are.
it. Because it's not going to happen overnight, no matter which way, no matter how much you want it. But if you celebrate those little things, like I said, celebrate those micro successes and everything you do to make a change in your journey, and you will start seeing
Some progress.
just change in yourself.
And you know what? A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm such a turtle. It's going so slow." That's good. It means you're still enjoying life. And you know what? Doing this journey and enjoying life at the same time is so much better than starving yourself or doing things that are just killing yourself trying to lose weight for what? To get somewhere quicker. Then what are you gonna do?
Someone said it in a workshop earlier today,
Yes.
and I love this.
We love this
Yard
quote.
by yard, life is hard. Inch by inch, life's a cinch. And that really resounded with me today.
I wish you remember the workshop.
And I love that idea. I love that.
Was it Val?
It
That
was
was
Val. I think it was yesterday.
It was yesterday, Val.
And I love that whole that really made me think of these small little steps that we do every single day to make us better. And these small choices we make every day.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean every choice is going to be the best one,
Nope.
but count the good ones that you make and celebrate those.
Yeah. Thank you, Rosie. And now we're going to Ellen. Last question of the night. We'll stay on Zoom after, as always. We always do. I'm actually awake right now too, so
She's right about it.
I think I just did.
Hi, Ellen.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you? How was your gardening?
Oh, I'll tell you, it's looking really good. I'm enjoying
So,
it.
Ellen-
I got a lot of fit points in.
So
I'm
Ellen,
happy.
one thing I want to say is like when we show up, there's a few people. There's Ellen here. There's Heather from Florida.
Yeah.
There's Janet.
Arlene.
Arlene. There's a few people that we see often at our workshops when we pop in, and we won't lie, we get giddy when we pop in and we say, Ellen's already here, Janet's already here, she's right there, oh Heather's right there, even Charlotte.
and Charlotte.
Yeah,
And then also
Debbie.
Debbie and Carol O'Sullivan as
Yes,
well.
Carol, yes.
as well.
Well, it's like we show up and we pop up and it's like, oh, we're in like, I don't know, Wisconsin. We don't know anyone. We're popping and we're like, oh,
And then we're,
and
like,
like,
we know
oh,
three faces.
Ellen's
We're like,
there!
"Yay!"
Yay!
Oh, and
So-
Joanne
Yeah,
too.
Joanne too. So we just want to say thank you for those of you who follow us to our different workshops.
And Janet.
Yeah,
and
we
Scott.
love it.
Oh my goodness, they're all
Yeah,
here.
they're all here.
Oh my god, and Laura from Tampa.
Yes,
I'm looking
yeah,
at the board right now.
Nora, yeah. There's so many of you that
And
are here.
Susan.
And Susan too. There's so many of you that do that, and we just want to thank you guys because it gives us like, it warms our heart when we pop in. So we just want to call it out and just thank you guys for doing that when you guys show up. It fills our hearts. So go ahead, Ellen, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say, I look at WW the same way I look at recipes. It is a guide. I don't follow recipes as they're written. Maybe the first time, but then I always tailor it and tweak it for me and my taste buds. So the same thing with WW. I tailor it for me. I had a couple of days this week that I did not get a blue dot. And
How dare you?
it was okay that I didn't get a blue dot because I knew that nutritionally all my needs were met for the day. And even, it happened that I had salmon on the 2 days that I didn't get the blue dot. I know salmon is very, very high in protein and it's very high in fat, but it's 0 points on blue. So I had my calorie content for the day, that's my bone of contention with WW, is I don't feel that the app is comprehensive enough to give you that full nutritional picture.
Completely.
But, and I'm not going to track in 2 different apps so that I can get it.
Me neither.
So I try to get as varied a diet as I can.
I have enough trouble tracking in this app sometimes. Yeah. I'm not going to try to track in a second one, too. I'm being honest. I still track, but I'm bad at it.
Yeah, we were very self.
Well, I have a trick to tracking. My trick to tracking is that I'm not allowed to eat unless I do track.
I love that. I was actually a much better tracker until he influenced me, because I used to be a huge tracker. I would track everything, and then he was like, "Oh, I do this," and I was like, "Oh, that sounds easy."
When we first started tracking, there's a story of this. When we joined in May 2011. The iPhone had come out a few years before, and I refused to get an iPhone because I was like, I'm not ready to join. I had already had one, and then we joined WW, and they're like, oh, there's an app. We went to buy an iPhone.
He went and got his iPhone that day.
I was not tracking by hand, and then when we got the app, the quickest way I could find a track, I found right away, because I'm like, I am not. Believe me, I'm that guy. I'm like, I don't want to. No. I'm that. If I'm your husband's, all of you are doing this with your husbands, and you're like, I don't want to track. That's me. He's like, I'll track. Oh, I had fish. 6 points. I'm like, oh, fish. Yeah. Dinner, 12.
That's exactly how it was.
That's how I would do it.
And now that's how I do it.
You know how
maybe I should start. Maybe that'll be my goal. To start tracking my breakfast.
You did that the other week, and you lasted.
I was very bad.
And you lasted a few days.
But you know what? No. Now that I know about micro goals, I'm gonna set a micro goal where I'm gonna track 1 dinner a week.
1 dinner a week. Okay, have fun.
Maybe I'll try it, because maybe that will help me get back to my goal weight. Maybe that's what I'm lacking right now. Is I'm tracking but not good enough.
It's not that. It's because we eat too much on Saturdays and Fridays. It's because we eat too many snacks on Fridays and Saturdays. That's why we're not losing right now. This is summer. We're drinking and we're doing stuff.
Well, we have it this weekend, and I'm very proud of us that we did not. And I have wine in the house, and I did not even open it. There's beer in the other cupboard, which I don't drink beer very often. But I mean, if I really wanted something, I could have it, and we did not. So I'm very, very happy.
So thank you again for joining us today for a discussion about the word guide, and I hope you guys got something out of it. If you enjoyed it, please,
I wanted to say
please
something
hit the like
quick.
on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hit the like.
Because I love what Ellen said about looking at recipes. So guess what, guys? I came up with a new idea, and I think it's gonna come out soon. But I might post in our Facebook.
We have a few new ideas.
Yes, but this one was actually at a workshop this morning when we were talking about breakfast, because the new topic this week is breakfast. For those of you who don't know, so they talked about one of the girls said, I actually go online and inspire myself from restaurant menus and make myself a low point version of restaurant items. And I'm like, that is going to be a new video series where Jean-Luc is going to go look online and find restaurant staple foods and make WW friendly versions of it. So that way you can make your favorite restaurant food at home. I'm like, how fun would that be? What a cool concept to think. So if you guys have any foods that you like when you go out to a restaurant and you want me to try to figure out a glow plate of doing it, send it my way, because I'd love to try to figure that out.
And in 2 weeks, we're planning our live show to be about building a vision board. We're actually going to bring out some clippings. We're going to try to do vision boarding with you guys. We're actually going to do that in 2 weeks. We have an idea of doing a live cooking show where we tell you guys a list of ingredients, and we're going to play Chopped.
Yeah, we're going to play Chopped.
So we're going to start cooking something. You guys are going to tell us to add something to it from our pantry.
We're going to be like, here are 3 ingredients, and we'll say, you'll pick.
You always say ingredients.
Sorry, that's my French thing. I don't know why.
No, because
shut up. Let me make that excuse.
I always laugh at him.
He always does.
I can't.
Just let it go.
No, I can't. Every time he says that. Yeah. So that's another idea. So again, if you guys have any other ideas of shows, ideas, we love getting your ideas. Actually, our WB hack this week is based on someone's idea that they suggested this week on our videos. They said, "Why don't you guys do this?" And we actually switched our whole schedule.
So let's just tell them that.
Yeah. Okay. So, you want to do mail call first, though?
Yeah. So we got some mail this week. We already showed you the cat toys that we
Well, no,
got.
we didn't show them.
No,
we
didn't
showed them.
Yeah, we showed everybody in Zoom. We got some cat toys. The actual envelope was
Destroyed by the cats.
destroyed, but it was addressed to both Keikos and Seba.
They
We
got
weren't
their own
even on
mail.
it. I love it that Keikos and Seba got their own mail.
They're famous, okay? They're famous cats.
Hey, it's right here. Hi,
Let's see
baby.
those right there. So this is where we got the
I don't think you're gonna see it.
Yes.
Turn it the other way. The pink side might be easier to see.
Oh yeah, maybe.
That might be easier to see. So it's called Sweet Friends Handmade. Sweet Friend Handmade. It's Christine Stacy, and she has a website. She's from Toronto,
Yes.
and it's
Sweetfriendhandmade.ca. So thank you so
And
much.
she sent us two
Christine.
cute little catnip toys for the kitties, which was really cool.
Thank you so much.
And then we got a beautiful letter from a gay couple in Michigan that follow us, Robert and Clayton, I believe it is. It's Robert and Bob and Larry. Bob and Larry. And so it was a really nice. They sent it to us in June, but then it was returned mail. So now they actually put a post in it saying, "Sorry, we didn't get to you any sooner," but it was really cool to hear about this couple that's been together for 43 years. So
We hope to get
when
there.
we see other LGBTQ2+ couples that have been together for so
You know
long,
why? You know why? Because we always, I won't lie,
we never got to see it.
We were raised to believe that gay couples didn't exist. That
Yeah.
all gay people are promiscuous and don't get married and don't stay together. That's what we were raised to believe, and I think a lot of people were raised thinking that. And so to see other gay couples out there who've been around and together for so long gives.
I know.
We're not the only ones.
I know it sounds funny, but I think I know a lot more gay couples that have been together longer than a lot of straight couples that I know. I know it's true, and I guess it's just love is love, no matter what, no matter what. And then, do you remember when we went to the Mississauga farmers market and we met
Andrea
and her mom, and they have a honey.
How do you
what is
call
it-
that?
what is it called again? Why can't I think of it?
Right there. Well, I'll just call it. They're Austerfield Botanicals. They
Yes.
do. They have.
They
bees.
make honey.
They have
Yeah,
bees.
They
I
have
don't
a
know,
funny a
apiary.
bee harm.
Apiary?
It's an apiary.
They have an
think it is.
apiary. I think that's what it's called.
I think that's what it's called.
And she sent us. They're little kitties, but they're wax paper
it's
wraps.
beeswax paper wrap to save your food savers. So instead of using
Saran wrap.
you use this, and I guess it really works really well. You can wrap your sandwiches. It's biodegradable. You can wash
better for
them.
the environment.
It's better for the environment. So she sent these to us to use and try them out. So I'm really curious. It says, "Say goodbye to plastic wrap, sandwich bags, and storage containers. Zero waste, reusable, antibacterial, compostable, plastic-free. These wraps are handmade by using beeswax from our hives, organic pine resin, and pure jojoba oil." I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. And they say it's best used to cover bowls, sandwiches, ends of fruit, snacks, not raw meat. So
So
we're
we'll
gonna
try
give
it
it a
out.
shot. I've seen it on a few TikTok videos even too. So I think it's pretty cool.
So we're excited for that.
Yep.
Something else we forgot to talk about this week. We did the burgers to beat MS.
Yes, burgers
so
to beat MS.
Thank you everyone
Thank
who,
you,
who
thank
went
you,
to buy a
thank
burger,
you.
who donated for the cause. It's funny because we were reached out to do this a few weeks ago.
It was
and
one of our peeps
Yeah.
that actually works for AMW
Who sent our name in.
our name into one of the event
PR companies.
event coordinators for
Yeah.
AMW.
And we met her, Annette, and she was
Yeah,
and
Anita.
Anita,
And she follows us now.
Yeah.
She's like, "I love you guys. I had a Zoom chat with you guys for 15 minutes, and you guys are awesome." So
And
that was so
and
sweet of her.
We just had so much fun doing it, and again, we were just—it's a great cause, and we love AMW. Like we
And
actually.
we did not realize how many people out there were so affected by. We knew it was, but how many people we actually know through WW have.
We got
been
a lot of
affected by
private
this.
messages with thanks from people for what we did that day. So we're glad. Like we any way we can help any charity out there, we love doing it. It's we love being silly. So if we could be silly on camera and help people out there, that's what we want to do.
If we can put a smile on everybody's face, it's amazing. It makes us feel good.
We were reached out by Clubhouse Seasonings.
Yes, Clubhouse Seasonings reached out to us.
We were going to be testing some of their new spices. Apparently, they reached out to us privately and
Yeah,
another company.
and then
do you want to wait? Till
yeah, we'll wait. But
Wait
there's
for that
another-
one. There's
yeah.
another company who reached out to us as
that
well.
we've already worked with before, but now they reach out. They have a new product coming out, and they're like, "Would you guys like to try it?" And we're like, "Sure, why not? We'll try anything."
We'll try it. Like
We'll
we
try
love
anything.
doing this stuff. So it's insane what this world has brought to us. Like
Yeah.
that we try products now.
And we love doing it.
Yeah.
We love doing it. We think it's a lot of fun, and we know you guys enjoy seeing new products and,
Yeah.
and getting our opinion on them.
So this week's videos. So on Wednesday we have a new WB hack,
And
the
this
last
is what
of
Nick
the summer.
Nick was talking about this one. It was actually inspired
Wanna say
by
it together?
Yes, by one of our peeps. They asked us about
Salads. That's did I work right? That worked well.
yeah.
Salads. So someone asked us, what do we do with salads? And we realized we never really talked about. We eat salads a lot, different versions, and
we
different
made one
ways.
for lunch today,
Yes.
and it was part of our video.
Yep.
And it was so good.
Yeah, it was really good. So we actually go through all. We make our Caesar salad dressing. We talk about how we've not bought store-made dressings in.
And I used to be only store-made before. That's the only dressing.
We make our own all the time.
Yeah.
We show you how we make our own dressings.
We give you ideas on how to make.
Yeah, we show you guys what all the different things we use to make salads with. So that's gonna be on Wednesday. So hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, on Thursday, this Thursday, we're supposed to come out with a new TikTok, but because it was Burgers to Beat MS,
I was too busy.
And you know what? We just didn't think it was an appropriate time. That was the main focus for Thursday. We wanted to make sure that was what we spent most of our time on and supported that cause there.
Yeah,
but this week, do you guys remember what HALT stands for? Do you all remember what HALT?
Hungry,
angry, lonely, or tired. Well, expect a video with the TikTok video with HALT.
A 15-second clip that talks about the HALT making us be silly on camera. So, and we already have a next one. We're working on a next one. The next one we're working on is Every Day is a Monday.
Every Day is a Monday is the next one.
So we're working on something for that one that we're trying to put together. So that's coming up too.
And then on Saturday we have a new
our favorite things,
and that one's called Off the Eaten Path.
What's funny about this video is we actually filmed it by a river.
Outside.
We were
Off the Eaten Path.
You know, we actually sat by a river going, oh, we're eating our snacks outside. You know us, we try to make it silly.
We were really cheesy that day.
So that's coming out on Saturday. Next week's word of the week is
diet.
Diet. The word of the week is diet. And the reason we were bringing this...
Did you guys hear what that acronym means? Did you guys know what diet stands for? We'll repeat it next week. Did I eat that?
Did I eat that?
D-I-E-T. Did I eat that?
So the topic will be about the fact that diet to us means the food we eat, not what we are doing.
Yes.
It's also going to talk about the fact that a lot of people believe that what we're doing is a diet and not a lifestyle change. And it's going to be all discussing what we think a diet is versus what WW is, in terms of what we feel it is. Again, we're not experts.
And what you guys feel it is.
We want to hear you guys talk about it.
Yeah, we want your opinions. We really want your opinions.
We love having you guys in Zoom. That's why we keep bringing it all every week. If we hated Zoom, if it had been gone already, we would get rid of this thing. Fired.
So next week we have a bunch of virtual workshops, not that many, but a few. Monday we're going to be in Browntown, Michigan.
On Tuesday we're going to be in Thornhill, Ontario.
And Wednesday we'll be in Brossard, Quebec.
Thursday in Vancouver, Washington.
And then on Friday we're off again. No, we're off again work.
Oh,
we're
yes,
not working on Friday.
Work,
so
yes.
we're in Middletown, New York, and Los Angeles, West California.
Then on Saturday, we're going to be in Barrie, Ontario, Pickering, Ontario, Sherman Oaks, California, Bayshore, New York, Thornhill, Ontario, and Brentwood, California.
And then on Sunday, Staten Island, Richmond, New York, and Brentwood, California. We will be posting all of these, so don't worry. They'll be up on one of these social
everywhere we post it. And again, if you have a workshop that we're trying to get to every state, so, you know, we've not been to, which state have we been? We have not been to Louisiana.
Catherine, we'll even come to Australia.
Yes, we'll even come to Australia. So anywhere you guys
just send us an email.
Yeah, www.gays@gmail.com. We love visiting workshops. It's actually, to be honest, guys, that's what we look forward to the most every week. Like, we wake up on Saturday going, oh my god, it's workshop time!
It's weird when we have a day that there's no workshops.
Yeah, we're like, oh my god,
we're like, what do we do? Like
3 days.
Yeah, what do we do? What do we do?
And Johnson, where's my fix?
It's gonna be really weird when we don't get to go to as many as we do.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can go to as many as we want
so
for as long as we can.
If you want us to visit your workshop, just send us an email or message us on any social media. Just say, if you see us post on Connect and you see our post about any video, just comment below and say, would you guys please visit here. And we'd love to show up and just hang out. We love doing it.
Terry said we made their workshop so much fun. Oh, that's so sweet. We love hearing that. We never want to come in and be a disruption to a workshop because we understand what workshops are and how important they are to everybody. So our goal is never to come in and take over a workshop and be the know-it-alls and anything like that. We want to be part of the conversation.
Yeah.
We want to shed what we can shed, but again, we want to hear everybody else's story as well.
Because every coach has us show up differently. Some coaches actually ask to interview us, so we show up and they interview us for the full half hour. Some coaches we show up and they want to do the existing topics, so we just show up and do the existing topic. We do whatever the coaches want.
You know, us, we like to talk, so we'll talk no matter what. We can talk your ears off.
Yeah. So again, some reminders before we head off today, if you like this video, please like us on YouTube. Please share it. Please subscribe to our channel. We made it over 8,000 finally. Well, not finally. We made over 8,000 on our Facebook page.
And 10,000.
10,000 likes this
10,000
week.
likes this week, which was insane. And the fact that he actually caught it the very second he turned the phone, he's like, 10,000! It's at 10,000 exactly!
Screenshots! I got it right on time.
Because like 2 seconds later, it was 10,004.
Yeah, and I was like, I just got it. Don't forget you can join our Facebook group, WGays Friends, Family and Fans. That's where we post the most content. We actually sometimes last time we released pictures of our dinner.
Yep.
That's where we do the most posting.
We already mentioned Antonetta. We know she's on vacation right now, so I hope her and the girls are having a fantastic vacation because they well deserved.
Yeah.
They have done so much for this community, and they're doing it out of the goodness of their hearts, and they adore every single person. And for those of you who don't know who Antonetta is, she is a fitness coach that does walking classes 2 days a week, Mondays through Fridays.
Abadi.
Abadi.
ABOTTI. Look her up on Facebook.
To join her Zoom walking sessions. She's phenomenal.
And right now, if anybody's in chat on any of these social media platforms we're on, if you've done a body, comment about it and let other people know about how much you like it so that they join as well. Because I'm telling you right now, for anybody who's trying to start a wellness journey,
it is a good place to start.
It is an amazing place to start. You need to get the support you need to get started on that journey.
And just have fun. It is a fun class all the time. You're always smiling, you're always laughing with her. So we love it. We love Antonetta. It means the world to us.
You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, and TikTok. Just look for WWGays and you'll find our mugs showing up somewhere. You can also find us on Canada Connect.
Yep, and Terp7719.
Nikki Poo 999 or US Connect at the WWGays. You can also find our website
www.www.gays.com. My goodness, we should have changed that.
I should have been the WWGays. I know,
It's so
I can't go back in time.
It's like www.
Too many W's. And then our P.O. Box is P.O. Box 91152, Bayview Village, Willowdale, Ontario, M2K2Y6.
I'm crying.
And our email is www.
No, I'm crying because you said the P.O. Box and I was doing so well every week at not making a mistake and you stole my thunder this week. I'm just joking.
I'm sorry, honey. You can say it.
No, it's okay. You already said it. And then our email address, again, is www.gays@gmail.com.
Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We love doing these shows. We do it for you guys. So if you guys keep showing up, we'll keep showing up. And it's funny because a lot of people ask us, do you guys ever take time off? You must be tired. You're always doing this. But you know what, guys? You guys keep us going.
Lori, I'm not sure if I understand your question. She's like, can I go if I'm an online member to the workshops?
I think you can go to one.
Yes,
to try it out.
Go to one from what we understood.
You can go to one from what we were told, and you can to try it out. But you can't go to multiple. That's what we were told.
But I don't know.
I don't know either, and I don't know how it works in the U.S. It's very different. All the systems are different.
Talk to your friends.
Talk to your friends, your fellow workshop, or people online on Connect. Ask them. Again, thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Mwah.